Tonight, I'm camping in prime Bigfoot territory, and I'm camping in an area that has had previous Bigfoot sightings. So let's see what happens this weekend. I am in the state with the highest number of Bigfoot sightings, Washington State, and I'm camping in an area that has had previous Bigfoot sightings. The sightings were actually just down this road, more in the forest. The campsite was actually taken, so I had to come to a different campsite in a little more exposed region of the Forest Service Road. But hopefully it doesn't matter too much for a potential Sasquatch. It's only like a quarter mile down the road. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens or what might not happen tonight. I personally have never believed in Bigfoot, but I'm an open-minded person. If there's the right evidence, if I see anything tonight, then I can definitely be convinced. I was reading a lot of stories this week about all of the reported sightings, and it was honestly so crazy to hear how many stories there were just around this area, around even close to where I live in Washington State, and it was honestly creeping me out a little bit. Regardless if Bigfoot is real or not, I think it's always pretty interesting and pretty cool when something can have such a profound effect on so many people. I haven't even been here 5 minutes and I already managed to cut myself in true Kate fashion. Isn't this beautiful? Look at this mountainside. There's a view of the North Cascades. Also, this weather. It's literally 70 degrees. What? I can't believe it. Tonight it's supposed to get down to 33 degrees, so I thought it was gonna be chilly. Do you see the sunlight? It feels so good. The sun sets at around 9 p.m. now, which is insane. Can't believe that. And it rises at like 4:30 a.m. or 5 a.m. The plan tomorrow is to wake up for sunrise, but to do that I'm gonna have to wake up at 3:30 a.m. because it's an hour drive west, but I think it'll be worth it. Let's get to it. Reminds me of that song, that country song. I forget what it's called, but I think it's Tim McGraw. Point our rocking chairs towards the west. Bugs are out. Of all of the mountains in Washington, I think this forest is by far my favorite. I camped in this forest once before in my North Cascades video if you've seen it. The colors were beautiful in fall, and now seeing it in spring is amazing because there are so many wildflowers. It's so pretty. The drive here was gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. I like this side of the Cascades because it feels a little more deserty. The spot even has 2 bars of service. Okay, this is my new favorite camping spot so far. So just a tip, if you want to leave your trunk open while you camp, but you don't want to burn out your car battery by the light in your car staying on the whole time the trunk is open, you want to close your latch, at least on my car, the Mazda 650. I'm not sure about other cars. You want to close the latch so that the car thinks the door is shut and then the light goes off. And I had a hard time figuring this out at first. You just need to press the latch in twice. Hear it click twice. I only pressed it once before. The light won't turn off. You have to press it, click once, click twice. Yeah. Super simple, and it saves your car battery so you can drive out of here in the morning. I think my life has peaked. How does it get any better than this? Oh my god. Anyways, I was just answering some emails and I'm getting hungry, so time to cook. I think I'm just gonna cook out of the back of my car because I brought this little table, but it's more of just a workstation slash dining table. It's not too tall. I didn't feel like breaking out the whole tall cooking table I usually bring, and it's been pretty chill just cooking out the back of my car. So I think I'm gonna do that. This past week, I was really sick, and in the spirit of that, I decided to make chicken noodle soup tonight. Or I brought all the ingredients to make chicken noodle soup tonight. I've never made it from scratch, so it'll be fun to try for the first time, and hopefully it tastes good. like to pre-chop stuff at home, so I already pre-chopped 1 large carrot, half a sweet onion. I'm not a big fan of celery, so I'm not gonna put celery in chicken noodle soup. I'm gonna throw that on the pan in some olive oil. I have pre-cooked chicken, just add some chicken broth basically, and salt, garlic, black pepper. I love smoked paprika, so I'm doing smoked paprika. That has to go on everything I cook. Really simple. I just broke up some noodles so that they're kind of bite-sized. Hell yeah. I also added some ginger powder because ginger is really good for when you're sick, or at least that's kind of what I grew up with, and I really like the taste of ginger. It is ginger powder though, so I don't know exactly how much health benefits the powder conveys, because I've had this ginger powder for probably like 5 years, which is it's probably not great to do that, but it works. But probably fresh ginger and fresh garlic would have been a good idea, but I'm lazy. I planned out my meals, which is huge for me, so baby steps. I also brought some rosemary, salted rosemary bread from Costco, something like that. Rosemary Parmesan bread from Costco to eat with the soup. Right, I think you're done. Oh, that's good. That's rich, wow. The crows were just screaming because one of the crows just flew up this hill that I'm on top of and scared the crap out of me. Oh my god. That is so good. They're really good. Does anybody else watch Trailer Park Boys? So I watched all of it in undergrad, I think, undergrad or so. It's back on Netflix, or it just appeared on my Netflix and I'm rewatching it, and I forgot how obsessed with this show I used to be. I met all of them too. I don't know if any of you care, but I'll post a photo. And then I also met John Dunsworth or Jim Leahy, him and Randy at a bar together. They were all so nice. That was really cool. All right, these bugs gotta stop. Come on, ma'am. Looks kind of dark and stormy. Oh man, this is the life. It's almost 7 p.m. and the sun is still high in the sky. Alright, I just cleaned up, put everything away. Now it's time to chill. Life is good. It is the perfect temperature right now. There's a nice breeze, but it's not too chilly. I came in the car because I wanted to watch Netflix while being horizontal. I have the hatch open and there are bugs flying in, which is lovely. Spring when everything's melting, bugs are coming alive and about, which aren't my favorite, but it's definitely worth it. I think I'm going to watch the sunset from the comfort of my car camping setup. If you followed me since the start of my channel, you know that I used to car camp out of my Mazda 3 sedan, which was so tiny. It was doable. I had so many adventures in Milan, but this upgrade was so worth it and so needed. I definitely needed the space. I needed something bigger than a sedan, and so I love having the hatch and being able to keep it up while camping. It's so nice. Having the moonroof is so nice. Being able to cook out the back of my car is so nice. It just changes everything. For any Wicked fans out there, her name is Elphaba.
1%. Well, we're number 2.
30 and it's still bright. It smells so good out here. Everywhere, it just smells like flowers. It's so nice. It's so beautiful. Gosh, I found a snake. I'm pretty sure it's a rubber boa, which is crazy because the last snake I ran into in Tahoe was a rubber boa. Ah! Hi, friend. So cute. I love snakes. I was like squatting down to watch the snake and take photos, and a couple cyclists came down the mountain on the road and looked at me, and it definitely looked like I was using the bathroom. I'd like to pause and thank Wondery Outdoors for sending me one of their bucket list water bottles. For those of you who are in search of a new water bottle, Wondery Outdoors is an amazing women-led outdoor goods company that I've worked with for almost a year. And if you didn't know, they sell these cool bucket list bottles where you can add stickers whenever you visit a new national park. They also have water bottles for the Colorado 14ers, the 50 states, parks of Canada, favorite day hikes, Europe trip destinations, and more. You can even print your own custom stickers for photos you've taken at national parks and stick them to your bottle. And all of these stickers last through the dishwasher for easy cleaning. Wondery Outdoors also donates 3% of every park's water bottle purchase to support the MPCA's conservation efforts to help national parks. This bottle also has a lifetime warranty. If you're interested, feel free to check out the link in my description and use code KATEV20 for 20% off your purchase. It's 9:09 p.m. It's dusk right now, and it's not too cold yet. I just spent the last 10 minutes or so just cleaning up around camp because I am waking up at 3:30 in the morning and driving to a lake. I didn't want to be cleaning up in the middle of the night in the dark. I want to just be able to wake up and head out right away. And while I have your attention, I wanted to share with you some Bigfoot stories that I read about this week that happened in this area where I'm camping now and at the lake that I'm going to tomorrow morning. One of the sightings that happened around here, it was a few teenagers camping. Apparently they lived in a house and they were camping in their backyard. Their backyard goes up the mountain. They were trying to camp up the mountain. A couple of them went to go get firewood, and then that's when the person who's telling the story, he heard them scream in the woods, and they came running back and said they saw Bigfoot, a really tall, large, hairy creature, and it disappeared behind a tree, and it was like in the forest going up the mountain that way. So this person said that apparently there's a lot of sightings in this forest, which I could believe. It is pretty dense back there. It is really creepy. Another story. So this one was a woman who over Memorial Day weekend, like myself right now, it's Memorial Day weekend here. So apparently Bigfoot knocks, makes these knocking noises. You can look it up. It sounds pretty distinct. It sounds like two baseball bats being clunked together really fast. I don't know what the logical explanation is. I haven't dug around too much for it. I just know that this sound is specifically associated with Bigfoot, and she heard it. And then the next morning, she found a footprint at the end of, I think, the driveway or the gravel or something, and it was like a giant footprint. And just telling these stories now is creeping me out. I've never been a believer, but now that it's getting dark out, it's like getting spooky. So that was another encounter in this forest right here. Let me know in the comments, are you a believer of Bigfoot? Have you had an encounter? Have you seen Bigfoot? I would love to hear your story if you have one. Okay, I'm getting spooked out, so I'm gonna put my window shades up now. Dude, I'm like low-key freaking out. It's midnight. There's definitely something on the rocks to the right of my car. I swear. I'm not just saying this because the topic of the video is, I don't even dare say the name because I'm so freaked out right now. I'm not even gonna put this in the intro or in the title or anything because I don't want people to think I'm just doing this for attention or for the content, you know? I'm like in a freeze mode right now. Get something big because it sounds like something walking over rocks and they're kind of shuffling around as it moves, you know? I heard it once and I woke up, didn't see anything. Sat there for a while taking photos of the stars, and then I heard it again just now. And I do not feel okay. I've psyched myself out too much by looking into the lore of all of this video. And there's a big deer migration right now. I'm pretty sure it's just deer probably, but can you see me? Sorry, you can't even see me. It's probably just deer. I don't know, man. Like, what would be? This is like freaking me out. There's definitely something here. All right, I'm gonna move campsites. I'm too freaked out by this, but oh my god, is the sky beautiful. There's so many stars. That was actually insane. It's 12:30 a.m. now. I just drove a mile down the road to another spot. There's a bunch of other people parked here. It's like a snow park. I don't know if my voice carries outside of the car, so I'm just being quiet just in case. That was so creepy. I'm pretty sure I just psyched myself out reading all of the Bigfoot stuff. It really creeped me out. I'm not superstitious, but I am. I don't even want to mention certain things sometimes in fear of them coming alive and like actually happening. And so when I was researching the Bigfoot lore, it was just creeping me out more and more and more. Although I say I don't believe in these things, I think my body wants to believe in them very much. The reason why I didn't just stay and assess the situation was because I kept hearing the noise, and then in order to see what was making the noise, it was something coming up the hill and like knocking rocks down the hill as it came up. Since it was past that slope, the hill that I was parked on, I wouldn't be able to see it unless I would get out of the car and like look over down, you know? And it sounded close. So maybe I wouldn't even have to look over, but from my car, I couldn't see it, and I was too scared to get out of the car. It's the middle of the night. I don't need that. But the thing that made me move was, you know, when you change lanes, some cars on the mirror, it'll kind of blink orange if there's a car in your blind spot, basically. And I saw the orange light come on the passenger side mirror. So that means there was something in the blind spot of my car. The second I saw that light up, I turned the car on and I just drove. Freaked me out so hard. And you know, it could have just been a deer. I could have just turned around and shined a light to look. But no, I was already in the mindset of if anything, like if this noise gets closer or anything else happens, I'm gonna leave. That's what happened, and now I'm gonna get 2 hours of sleep and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. It's 3:30 a.m. That was a rough 2 hours of sleep. I was having some insane dreams, and I'm on the way now to the lake. The spot that I moved to was a lot quieter. I had no issues after moving. No Bigfoot, no wildlife, whatever it might have been. And no Bigfoot so far, knock on wood. It's 4:01 a.m. and there's first light. I finally got to the lake just in time. The sun is rising. I'm gonna have a mint chocolate Cliff Bar. It has some caffeine in it, and then once the sun rises I'll make coffee and stuff. Oh, it's chilly. I might have chosen a bad spot to watch the sunrise. I mean, it's still very beautiful, but I feel like the pass that I drove through to get here probably would have been even more stunning. But now I know. The air smells so good here. I'm outdoors a lot, and the air here especially smells really good. Chilly. That was so beautiful. I can't believe it's only 5:45, but I'm really glad I saw this lake. It's really known for its turquoise blue color, and I think at sunrise it's difficult to see because it only gets that color in direct sunlight, I believe. Maybe after I eat my breakfast, there might be direct sunlight and we might be able to see a color change. This was a really fun video despite the spookiness. I didn't see any Bigfoot. What might have been outside my car last night, I have no idea. My suspicions are a deer or a bear, but that kind of area I was in, like, I feel like black bears stick to within the trees, right? And the tree line was 20 feet from me, so it's definitely possible that a bear could have just wandered out of the forest. I saw so many deer, it's probably just a deer. But it was really weird, right, that this video is about Bigfoot, that I went to go camp in an area that has had multiple Bigfoot sightings and reports, and then I heard something big outside my car and there was something in my blind spot that I was too afraid to turn around and look at. And because it was dark, so I wouldn't have been able to see anyways. I guess the world will never know what I encountered last night, but if you have any suspicions, let me know. If you think it was Bigfoot, let me know. If you can convince me out of it being a deer, because I don't want it to be anything else but a deer. The reason I knew it was big was because I said it was like kind of kicking around rocks. The rocks it was kicking around were big. That's why I knew it was big. It wasn't just like the little gravelly rocks, you know. So I'm gonna make some toast for breakfast, get hydrated. I'm a little dehydrated, and hit the road. Okay, I don't have any plates. Organic guava fruit spread. I like this because it's not too sweet. It's really, really light. Cheers! So good. Well, I think I'm going to end the video here. I think my takeaway from this video is that I don't think I ran into Sasquatch. Potentially. Maybe. But in my heart, I feel like I didn't. But I did learn that I do spook easily. And this video confirmed that I love the North Cascades. I learned a lot about Bigfoot lore, so now I'm well informed for all of my future adventures, and we'll see if I ever spot him in the future. Wait, so I just got out of the car and was looking on the right side of the car where I heard something last night, and there's this really weird mark on my car. It looks like someone took their fingers and dragged dirt on my car. The Bigfoot lore is really getting to me. I'm way overthinking this. I'm sure there's definitely a logical explanation for this, but let me show you. Like, what is this? And then this part is just from my finger where I was just like trying to see what this is, but doesn't it look like someone went like that? Anyways, I thought that was funny. Thank you very much for tuning in. It means so much that you watch my videos, and the support I've received on the last few videos I've made has meant a lot to me. I really, really appreciate it. If you liked this video, feel free to like, share, subscribe, comment. Any of those things really do help me out. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope everyone has a great day, and thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Oh my gosh. Yeah. I think it's asleep, or maybe it's not alive. Where the green grass grows.